Hello, my tubies and my Teletubbies. It's me, Sheila Truelove, and I am here with you today. And the topic for discussion that we are going to be talking about is from floor mat to dream girl. These are the type of women that men love. So I'm here to tell my ladies enough is enough. Now, before I begin, I want to start out by saying the first two marriages I was in, I married for love. However, now that I have experience under my belt and I know what goes on behind closed doors, when it comes to most, not all, when it comes to most marriages, I would never tell women of the 21st century to marry for love. We are no longer living in the 18th century, ladies, where love used to mean something. Today, I tell women to marry for security and safety. Men tend to care more about what a woman's body looks like and what her face looks like and, how attractive she is. They care about that first and then they care about her character. Well, I tell my ladies to fall in love first with what he has to offer you and then his character secondly. This is a perfect way for you to protect your heart. Now, as much as I hate to see things this way, it is what it is. The truth is the truth. And that's the day and age that we live in. Forgive me if I sound a little strange because I was taking some medicine. I was talking to me in my other videos that I was having a bronchitis and they gave me this medicine that has steroids in it. So sometimes it might make my speech sound a little slurred or because it makes me droopy, with the steroids and I gotta work my mouth a certain way to get it to speak correctly. But anyway, so just forgive me if I sound a little strange, and just bear with me. Thank you. Now, the first thing you must do to go from floor mat to a dream girl is you have got to stop being the nice girl. You need to get rid of that mentality. To become a dream girl, you have to become a woman who have standards and you have got to have boundaries and you have to have values. Now, when I say, you can't be a nice girl, you have to actually, as much as I hate to tell you, but you have to be a bitch. You have to be a bitch. But let me clear up what a bitch really is. When you look at the spelling and notice the acronyms for bitch, B-I-T-C-H, it means being in total control, honey. Being in total control, honey. I had to repeat that. Which would you rather be? Would you rather be in control or out of control when it comes to your life? I'm not saying be a controlling person and trying to control other people. I prefer to be in control opposed to letting people walk all over me or treat me any old kind of way. Now, the first thing you need to do is if a man calls you at the last minute wanting you to drop whatever you're doing to be with him, tubies, from floor mat to dream girl, listen, my dream girls, don't do it. You can let him know, I really appreciate that you were thinking about me, but I'm busy. This is how you show him that you have standards. Even if you're doing absolutely nothing more than, washing your hair or painting your nails or giving yourself a facial, you have to let him see that he can't just call you last minute because he's bored and want you to be his entertainment. Now, there's nothing wrong with being spontaneous from time to time. Sometimes that's fine. But he's got to realize that you are not going to just drop whatever you're doing just to accommodate him. He's got to plan ahead. Not only will this turn you into a dream girl and turn it will add to your value. Let's just put it that way. I think women, they need to learn how to communicate the same way men communicate with each other. You'll notice that when men talk to each other, they don't come from emotions. They are straight shooters and they let you know exactly where you stand with them. And this is something that women need to apply when it comes to using that same technique. We need to use logic to get our points across. Okay, moving on to the next step. Stop trying to be his mother. When I say being his mother, I mean you have to stop trying to rule or trying to dictate where he can go and what he can do. No man wants to feel like he has to check in with a warden. You know, the warden in a prison. So you have to stop constantly asking him, where are you at? What are you doing? Who are you with? Now, I fully understand that women have we have that maternal thing in us, but you have to bear in mind and keep in mind that your man is not your child. Also, if he doesn't call you at the time that he said he would call you, please stop freaking out about it and stop getting bent out of shape. You should be busy taking care of yourself, so when he does call, you are either busy exercising, painting your nails, giving yourself a facial, reading, making yourself improvements, or whatever. But please, never let him see you sweat. Only mothers sit and worry about their child like that when they're wondering, where is he? What is he doing? Their every move. Ladies, you really need to stop doing that. Now, if you have the kind of man that you can't trust, then you shouldn't be with him in the first place. Because without trust, there's no reason to continue any relationship. When you baby a man or you constantly keep tabs on him like he's your child, you're going to notice one or two things. That he's going to prefer to sleep on the couch, or you're going to notice how your sex life starts to dry up. So please stop coddling him like he's your child. No man wants to have sex with his mother, at least not a man who's mentally healthy or who's normal. And another thing is when it comes to nagging. Because when you nag a man or when you're screaming at him, let me tell you what he sees when he looks at you. What he sees is his mother. You know those house coats that your mom usually wear around the house? Well, he sees you in those house coats, and we know that no man finds that sexy or romantic, okay? So this constantly coddling him and nagging is boring. After a while, it just gets boring. Another very important point is don't always be so predictable. A dream girl, she's unpredictable sometimes. Let him have to second guess what you're doing, where you're at. Don't always do things that he expects you to do. You have to change it up sometimes. Okay, the next lesson, when it comes to sex, nothing in life is free. So ladies, please stop giving away your kitty cat for free. Now, even when you go to an animal shelter, you have to pay for the cat that you want. So I don't understand why these women out here in these streets just giving it away for free. Remember, a dream girl, she has to have standards. Now, I'm a firm believer that sex really belongs within marriage because you don't have to worry about STDs being passed around. You don't have to worry about unwanted pregnancies. And that's my firm belief. At the same time, I live in the real world, and I'm sensible enough to know that before you marry someone, you have to know if you are compatible sexually. That's why I believe in the 7-month rule. Good old lucky number 7, lucky number 7. Now, this is my personal view. I know it's not everyone else's, but that's my view. And the reason I feel that way is because I notice that marriages that are long lasting and that keep the passion in them the longest, it's marriages that start off as a friendship. That's why for the first 7 months, when I'm hanging out with a dude or going out with a guy, dating or what have you, I believe in going Dutch. I just do. Now, I know I'm going to get a lot of slack on this one, but just please hear me out. For the first 7 months, just hang out together, get to know each other, do things together. Then if you both agree that you'd like to be in an exclusive relationship, that's when the man starts to pay for the dates. Now, women can reciprocate by making him a nice home-cooked meal from time to time. A nice home-cooked meal, because the last time I checked, food in the supermarket, that costs money too. Not only are you buying the food, but you're also using your time and your energy. Now, you have to make sure that you get a ring on your finger. It don't have to be a wedding ring. just a ring symbolizing that you're off the market. And don't forget to put a ring on his finger too, so that people know, he's off the market. You could get like a very thin wedding ring, and he could get you like a thin whatever, and just, that just lets people know. Now, after 7 months, if you decide to have sex with this person once, just to see if you're compatible, then that's your decision. That's up to you. So I want to put emphasis on that. You just have sex with this person once, and once you see that you are compatible, then you can replace the old ring with an engagement ring, and then you can set a wedding date. Again, this is just my personal opinion and my personal beliefs. Okay, I know an opinion don't mean anything, because an opinion don't pay my bills. An opinion is not putting no money in my Cash App, but that's just my personal viewpoint. Now, while you're dating and hanging out together and just getting to know each other, make sure that you use your sensuality and your femininity in the right way by appealing to his imagination. His imagination, I'm going to say it again, his imagination sexually. You have to dress with class, not showing your ass. Sexy is one thing, ratchet is another. I think about the way women dress and the way women carry themselves these days. A man don't have to use his imagination. They have everything hanging out. Now, to be a dream girl, you have to appeal to his imagination. And no more free cat, ladies. When a man has to wait to sleep with a woman, not only will he perceive you as more beautiful, but he will also take the time to appreciate who you are as a person, not seeing you as just a piece of meat. So please stop giving away the kitty cat. Okay, ladies, now moving on to the next lesson. Please stop being so needy. As the relationship starts to progress, I notice that a lot of women, they become so dependent and they start to lose themselves and who they are. They tend to depend on their partner to fill this empty void that they feel inside themselves. A lot of women, they forget about their girlfriends. They used to have girl time together, but now they no longer have that girl time anymore. Let's just say, you and your girls, you used to go to the gym. You used to hang out from time to time. Maybe I'm sorry about that. Maybe you used to schedule dinner time with each other. Maybe you used to go, I don't know, dance classes, hanging out, going to arts and crafts. That's some of the things that I used to do with my friends, and now that you have a man in the picture, or you have a man in your life, you stop doing these things with your girlfriend, or you want him to tag along all the time. Now the only thing you can think about is you want to spend all the most of your time with this new man. I want you to know, my tubies, my Teletubbies, my dream girls, that you are giving yourself away. Slowly but surely, you're losing your independence. You're losing what he found attractive in you and what he found interesting about you in the first place. So sitting at home, waiting for him to call you or come over, that's not what a dream girl does. I think it's so important for every person on the planet to have at least 2 hobbies or projects to keep themselves busy. Now, this will help you also not to suffocate your partner. And please stop expecting a man to give you what you need to be giving yourself. This is why I say it's so important, before women even begin to date, that women should have at least 2 good friends before they even think about dating. Please keep in mind that a woman, she looks so much more secure in a man's eyes when he sees that he can't pull her from her own life. When he sees that you're content with your life, you look more and more desirable in his eyes. You become that dream girl. Let him know, look, every Saturday at 8:30, I go with my girls. We go to our Zumba class, or we go to this and we have this little thing that we do, because that's what I've always done and that's what I will continue to do. You have to let him see that he cannot pull you from your life. You don't need him to fill you up, and you don't need him every single second of the day. Don't let him suffocate you, and please, for the love of God, don't suffocate him. When you're with him all the time, you have to understand you're not giving him a chance to miss you. If they don't call you or if they don't text you, don't get crazy, don't get mad or angry, and don't start blowing up his phone. Where are you? What are you doing? Why didn't you call me back? Are you coming up? What? Oh God, please, somebody shoot me. You have to have a life, ladies. Have a life. The most important thing is to learn to be your own person, and please stop being needy, not attractive. And for the last lesson, my ladies, this is one of the most important lessons. And I'm hoping that you're paying attention. The last lesson is you have to play dumb like a fox. When I say play dumb like a fox, if you want a man to keep doing something, you have got to be able to convince this man and make him feel that he is in control, even though you are the one running the show. You know, we have to also understand when it comes to men, men have big egos that need to be stroked. So to be dumb like a fox, you need to know that men, they prefer to always be right. They always want to be right. Don't compete with them. Now, that's something that I had to learn because I've never really tried to compete with anyone when I'm expressing myself or when I'm trying to resolve something. I never was trying to compete. You know, I'm only interested in resolving the solution or resolving the problem. However, now I know how important it is you got to learn to pick your battles. Learn to pick your battles. And as long as what we disagree on is not going to hurt me, or it's not going to hurt any of my loved ones, or it's not disrespecting me, then I'll be the smart one, like a fox, and I will stroke his ego. This makes him feel so important. And like a fox, I will make him feel like he's running the show. So you try to agree with everything, but explain nothing. Like I said, as long as it's not hurtful or disrespectful, try to let him have the last word. Always try to let him have the last word. It's their egos. I'm going to reiterate that and repeat myself. It's their ego. Winning arguments is not important, especially if it's not going to benefit you in the long run. Now, I'm not saying that you shouldn't stand up for yourself or speak up for yourself. Just learn how to pick your battles. So in closing, my beautiful, beautiful dream girls, you have to remember you are a gift, not a prize. You are a gift. You have to be nurturing, but not parental, like his parent. No being parental. It's okay to be loving and nurturing, but please, no more being his mommy. Anyway, this is Sheila True Love, truly loving you. I feel a little bit better today than I did yesterday making that video, runaway husbands. How could they do that? I already went into details on that. I went off on that video. I did because, anyway, I love you very much. That's why I do what I do. And until next time, I will see you on the other side. Goodbye for now.